And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Age of Dirt, a game of Uncivilization. And when I first saw that, I thought, whoa, so this is a game of Civilization, but it's different, you're trying to get worse. No, it actually has nothing really to do with Civilization and the theme. This game utilizes a mechanism which very few games do, which is the cube tower, which has up to now mostly been in Queen games, although there's been a few games that have used it, where you throw things into a tower and see what comes out. That's what this is. Here you're throwing your workers in to see what comes out. Your cavemen, a tribe trying to find fire or something, you know, discover stuff, get victory points very quickly. It is a silly game, but there's a little bit more to it than that. Let me show you. In this game, each player is going to start with a small cave along with 4 workers that they're going to be using. And you're going to have out these different areas on the board. We have the plains, we have the forest, we have the mountains, and we have the love hut, along with this mysterious passage that's here. Each player is going to draw a couple of clan cards and decide which one they're going to keep. Maybe I'll keep the in-crowd card here. And you're also going to start with a drum or spear. One of them will start in working condition. You pick which one. I'll pick the spear, for example. One player goes first, and you just go around a table. On your turn, you have 3 different options. One of those options is you can take 1 or 2 of your available workers, and you can drop them into one of the spots out here. So I might drop 2 of there. My next turn, maybe I'll drop 1 in there. Another thing you can do is you can pick up an area, take everybody that's in it, and you're going to throw them into the passage. So I drop them in the passage. You'll notice I dropped in 2 greens and 2 pinks, but only 2 pinks and 1 green came out. The other green's going to stay there for the future. Now, for each one that came out here, I can collect 1 leaf resource, or for each 2 that came out, I can collect a rock. If I'm the person who picked it up, I get a bonus. I get 1 rock for each worker rather than for every 2. Now, if I don't like, maybe the green player is annoyed that his other green worker didn't come out. If he has a working drum, he can flip that over and use this and hit this tower 3 times. 1, came out. 2, 3. There's 3 different places to hit it, and maybe they'll come out and you'll get stuff. So a drum will allow you to do that. If you pick this one up, you can recharge your drum or your spear, and each worker that comes out will give you a wood or berries, twigs or berries. In this one, the plains, each worker that comes out gets a skin, but also there's a tiger in the mix that hides out in the plains, and you drop him in. If the tiger comes out, and he often does, he will eat a worker from each person, so they go back to this board over here, unless you spend a spear to avoid the tiger. And then the tiger goes back in the plains when he comes out. Now, you'll always have 3 workers. No matter what happens, you're immune to the tiger. You can't lose 3 workers. But if you want more workers, then you got to go to the love hut. And so let's say these are the workers in the love hut. I drop them in, and I see what comes out. 2 from each come out, so green, white, and pink will each get another worker from here, add it to their grouping. Let's say, though, that only 1 green had come out. Well, then that green would have to just go work it off somewhere else. If only 1 green and 1 pink had come out, they could agree together to each have a kid. Each of them would get 1 more. If you manage to get all your workers off the board here, that's worth 1 victory point, as it shows here on the board. So I mentioned that there are 2 things. You can throw workers into a spot. 2, you can pull a spot off and throw all those workers into the passage. The third thing you can do is you can build things. You can always spend 1 stone. As you get resources, you put them here. In your area, you only have room for 4 resources. You can spend 1 stone to upgrade to a larger hut, which also gives you a card. You can spend a leaf to draw more cards. You can draw face-up ones or from the top of the pile. You can also pay wood to recharge your drum or your spear. And then finally, you can build cards. You have the resources on the card, you pay them, and you get a certain number of victory points at the bottom, or sometimes a special ability. Like this one here says, when I send out clan members, I can use 3 clan members instead of 2, as long as they go to different areas. And when you do that, you get a new card. And whenever drawing cards, there's always a possibility you'll get an event. Here, one member from every clan goes into the love hut. Here, you throw all members into passage, and whoever has the most come out wins this card, which is worth a point. Here, you throw in the bear into the tower. And if it falls out, everyone loses a clan member, which also fell out. And you can use a spare to protect yourself from the bear also. So there's various events, and that's pretty much the game. You're just going to keep going until someone hits 10 victory points. When that happens, that person wins. I really like the art in this game. It's, you know, silly caveman art. And I also like the names on the cards, the Olympic Games, the Rolling Stone. You have a fireplace that lets you avoid events. The Sacrifice Cave, it gives you 4 points, but you got to lose a clan member. The Fitness Cave, Mammoth Mia, and so on. The artwork is cute and silly. And then these, you have to fold them out of cardboard, but they stay together pretty well. And then the passage itself is a really neat device. I really like as you throw people into it, they all don't fall out all the time. You can look down there and see there's different passages where they'll get caught in there. And this drumstick works pretty well at knocking them out. You just have to pick the level you think that they're on. You're not supposed to look in the passage. The little dudes are good. They're little fat guys, and they work well falling out of the tower. Resources are fine. Everything fits in a very nice plastic insert that even shows you where everything goes. It's very handy. Good components all around. I don't know what it is I really got a kick out of this game. Now, there is the silliness of the theme. And unless your group is stone cold dead, the Love Hut is going to cause many, 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 many jokes, probably, along with all the other stuff. But it's just the fun of throwing guys into the tower and seeing them fall out, hitting it with the hammer to see if more fall out. That is entertaining. To that end, the more players, the better. I played this player with the different player counts, and 3 is fine. But it works better with more because there's more people in that tower falling out all the time. It's also fast. I don't think this game overstays its welcome. You have a couple things you build up, but pretty soon I build a 4 victory point card, boom, 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 build another 3-point victory card that's 7 out of 10 points. So it doesn't take that long. And it doesn't crush your spirits, right? So if the tiger eats your guys, you'll always have at least 3. And then there's ways around that. Maybe I can build the spear. What's better, the spear or the drum? Well, the spear protects you from the tiger, but that drum does let you hit that thing when you need your guys to come out. Should you get more workers? Sure, you should, but you also want to get resources. That initial card you get can give you a pretty cool special ability. So it's not a super deep game. Don't look for that in this. Like if you're looking for Civilization, no. But it's an entertaining one, and it's one that I was really surprised at how much I just found it enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, a lot of that comes from the channel, the tunnel thing in the middle there. What do they call it? I keep forgetting the name. The passage, right? I love that device. But just the laughter, this is a game in which everyone's going to be joking and laughing and having a good time. But it also lets you collect resources and turn them in and get cards that do things. And that's, you know, it's not just silliness the whole time. There is that strategic element to it. And that comes together in what I think is a very entertaining game. I didn't know what to expect from this one. Very happy to have played it. Age of Dirt. Dice Tower Judgment. Approved.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.